What's up, everyone? I hope you're having or had a fantastic day. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Sober October challenge that I participated in. A friend of mine who runs a gym in town actually posted this to his social media, and I just happened to see it, and I was just like, that sounds pretty cool. I've heard of the Sober October challenge, and I always thought it was just giving up alcohol. I'm like, well, that's not really a problem for me, but it was more than just that. It was giving up not just alcohol, but if you like smoke, which I don't do, giving up that, giving up processed foods, sweets, sugars, candies, all that kind of stuff, and then being more disciplined with your gym workouts, like doing weight training 5 days a week, and then adding cardio. I know a lot of people don't like cardio out there. Fortunately, I do. And like in week number 1, you start with 5 miles total for the week, and then you add a mile each week. For example, in week number 2, you do 6 miles. Week number 3, you do 7, and then in the final week, the 4th week, you do 8 miles total for the week. And then also adding in fruits and vegetables with every meal, and again, staying away from processed foods and fast food and stuff like that. And yes, Chipotle does count as fast food, so giving that up. Also, participating in journaling every evening. Journaling is actually something I did back during the pandemic. I was indoors a lot more, and it just kind of got away from me, so it was nice to get back to journaling and just reflecting on the day, reflecting just kind of on your thoughts, your feelings, all that kind of stuff. Also, just giving up if you have any other guilty pleasures, like maybe on social media, any other vices. And for some people, devices like this may be some people's vices. So just giving up that and just giving up any guilty pleasures, just for the sake of October and just for the sake of just bettering yourself and developing a little bit more discipline. In fact, Sober October can just help you with delaying gratification. That's definitely something that I didn't really struggle with that, but I definitely needed some work in that area. And I will say the biggest highlight or the top thing that I gained from this, or lost, in fact, was I lost 21 pounds. 21 pounds, everybody. That's a lot. I'm my lightest weight in over 10 years. The goal is to lose 15, so whoops, I accidentally lost too much weight. In terms of spending, when it comes to going out to eat, restaurants and fast food and stuff like that, I looked at my budget tracking software, and I noticed on average, I saved 88% of what I would typically spend in a given month on like restaurants, going out to eat, hanging out with friends, going out to bars and restaurants. And mind you, I still did all of that. I still hung out with friends and everything, but I had to be a little more disciplined. Like if they were going out to eat, I had to eat beforehand or maybe eat afterwards. I had to cook at home a lot more. I had to stay true to my commitment. So just in general, I developed better eating habits. I don't know if you know, but I don't drink caffeine. I actually gave up caffeine many years ago, and so a lot of people ask, how do I function without caffeine? I'm like, well, just naturally, just kind of taking care of your body, being in shape, working out, and paying attention to what you put into your body. And I actually felt more energized than ever just from eating better and staying away from alcohol and sugar and all that kind of stuff. I got better sleep at night. Doesn't matter how many hours of sleep you get, but like say, I could get 10 hours of sleep, but if I ate a bunch of sugar and junk food right before I went to bed, well, I might be asleep, but my body's up struggling, processing all that, hard to process food all night. I'm no expert in that, but I know the feeling, literally, what it's like to go to sleep after eating junk food and then being tired and groggy the next day. And one other thing I noticed is I just had a sharper mind. I was like thinking faster. My mind wasn't cloudy, just thoughts would just come to me, and it just felt good. Something else I did, I actually read 3 new books. I'll actually post them in the description. 3 new books read. 3 new books, that's a lot. That's a lot in 1 month to read 3 new books. And I just felt like a new person at the end of this Sober October. It was like, wow, why did I not do this before? So check this out. I actually took Sober October to a whole new level, and I decided to torture myself even further. I actually put my 3 favorite candies on my computer desk in front of my computer monitor, so I'd be forced to look at them every day. I can definitely say it taught me a lot about temptations, not the temptations, but temptations and how to handle them. What's interesting? I actually felt like a new person within 7 days. So, if you've ever wanted to try something like this and think you can't make it a whole month, just start small. Start with a week. I know it'll be hard the first few days alone, maybe in the first day, but trust me, like within a week, I had already lost 10 pounds just from all the cutting out sugar and salt and all the, unhealthy stuff that's put in food. So, I now think twice about eating foods when I really shouldn't. One of my big problems was overeating. I would eat too much. For example, if I had a plate of fish and chips, for example, so fish and then either actual chips or French fries, depending on the restaurant, I'd be like, hey, waiter or waitress, I'll take some more chips or I'll take some more fries. I'm not doing that anymore because that's a little too much, And if I cook at home, I'll just eat one serving of what I cooked, and then I'll save the rest for later or the rest for the next day or so, instead of trying to just overeat and just overindulge, because that was probably one of my biggest problems when it came to eating. I found it fascinating that people actually cringed when I told them what I was doing. It's not like I was shark diving or jumping out of a plane without a parachute. You're just doing something completely dangerous and just out of the question. I'm talking about staying away from guilty pleasures for 30 days, people. I mean, are we at that point now, and I'm just asking a question, okay? Are we at the point now where we can't give up guilty pleasures for 30 days? Like, really, come on, everybody. I mean, honestly, it was hard, but it wasn't that hard. It's not like I starved myself. I literally just gave up unhealthy foods for 30 days. It actually wasn't that hard. I mean, more people cringed at me doing Sober October Challenge than when I actually went skydiving or when I did the sky jump in Las Vegas. If I could sum up Sober October in one word, it's accountability. Now, real talk, everyone, real talk here. We all want and desire so many extraordinary things and just want like an extraordinary life. But we want to do the least amount of effort to get it or get those things. And I'll definitely say this challenge was hard, but I achieved all those things, just became a new person, a new version of me, a better version, a more energized version of me because of personal accountability. So that was it. That was Sober October. I learned a lot about myself and just a lot about just eating habits in general. And even though my food options have opened up, I'll still be more careful when it comes to when I put in my body, going out to eat out. I'll think twice about ordering that second plate or that second and third side of French fries or something like that. Or if it's late at night and I'll just be like, I don't need to eat, it's too late. I'll just go home, or I'll just cook some food at home. But yeah, Sober October, I learned a lot about myself, and I'll definitely do it every year. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on those notifications, and I'll talk to you in the next video. And by the way, I will not be participating in No Shave November. Take care.